You've probably heard the phrase, evil happens when good men stand by and do nothing, which is a great quote to encapsulate what's going on right now in our country. Except that I personally would make one small change to that, and I would say evil happens when nice men or women stand by and do nothing. Because it is the good people who aren't necessarily nice, who are actually doing something and attempting to curtail the evil that is happening in this country, in this society, in this world. And the time has now come. I've done a couple of videos recently regarding how I view humanity, how I view many of those close to me. And as time goes on, and as it becomes clear that as I've drawn my line in the sand, and that they've drawn their line in the sand, but my line is not going to move. My line stays exactly where it is. I do not compromise on truth. I do not compromise on freedom. I do not compromise on human rights. I do not compromise on civil liberties. But it appears that millions of people are willing to compromise. To what extent? Well, I don't know. Ultimately, to the extent where we have an absolutely nightmarish scenario. To me, it appears they will just keep moving their line. The line is a line of morality. And they're willing to compromise on their morals, these nice people, all the while pretending that they don't quite know what's going on. It's the government's responsibility and that they're going to get us out of this by releasing all the restrictions. That it's not up to them to do anything about it, because that's the government's responsibility, isn't it? It's politicians' responsibility. So that's nice people. They seem to think that being nice, that politicians should be as nice as them, because if they were nice, they would allow us all to go back to normal, wouldn't they? And either they don't realise that politicians aren't nice people, or there's a real lack of self-awareness in not recognising that they themselves, whilst possibly thinking of themselves as nice people, are not good people. They are immoral people. They are weak people. They are cowardly people. And they are among us. And I have come to the terribly sad and frightening and traumatic and sickening conclusion that these modern day Nazi sympathisers, they are the real enemy. I have had enough of making excuses for people, of trying to strike up a conversation, of trying to understand how they see the situation, of trying to understand why they do whatever they're told, regardless of the moral implications of it. I've had enough of trying to convince myself that they're good people, when all of the evidence points to the opposite. That they're not good people. That actually history will damn them and shame them in ways that we can't even conceive of right now. These are the people who are willing to sell out the fundamental human rights of their own children. Are they really good people? That's the conclusion I've come to now. And it's sad. But in order not only for my own self-preservation, my own energy levels, but also to enable me to continue to put as much positivity as I can out into the world, I now am removing these people from my life because I can't stand them. I can't abide them. And I'm sick to death of making excuses for them. And that's where I'm at now. So to all you people, thanks so much for selling us all out. Thank you for destroying our society through your pathetic, weak, cowardly lack of moral fibre. But also thank you for helping me to understand on a more deep level what it is to be human. Thank you for enabling me to see the depths of evil that reside in all of us, because I now know I will never go down that route, because I see others going down that route, and I see what it's doing to them, and I see what it's doing to our world. You'll never be forgiven. You will never be forgiven, and you will be damned by history. So, thank you and goodbye.